My movie pick of the week was obviously something that I really love, my genre, which is science fiction / horror. It's called Apollo 18. It's rated PG-13. Comes out September 2nd, 2011. Now, let me preface this review by saying that I didn't overwhelmingly love this movie. Now, that's a hell of a thing, since most of the movies I bring you, I give definitely 3 rabbits up. This is only going to get 2.5 rabbits, but let me say this. I think it's worth, if you're going to go see this movie, I think it's worth seeing it in a big theater. There were moments in this movie that really I thought were excellent. Maybe it's because this movie is kind of like Paranormal Activity meets Man on the Moon kind of thing. The whole movie is from the perspective of their self videos that they do and all this other stuff. They're holding the cameras out and, making reports back, on this secret mission, which I can't disclose because that'll kind of spoil the premise of the thing. But all in all, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a good movie. I strongly recommend that you see it in a movie theater. Now, I watched it here in Rabbit Hole, and maybe that has something to do with it. Because I watched it by myself last night, and normally I like having Jack and Roger and their girls over, because it gives me a little bit more perspective of how people perceive things. Now, let me also say that I was not a huge fan of Paranormal Activity. I just, there's something about those kind of movies where they sit there, like started out with Blair Witch, and, everybody jumped on the bandwagon. I'm not a big fan of that kind of movie. I like the cinematography. I like the direction. I like the special effects in my movies. So having it to where it's like somebody's got their home camera doing it is not my cup of tea. So, maybe I'm a minor bit prejudiced about this. And you may have a completely different opinion. But, I will say this. The 2 cast members that are the 2 primary mission people in this whole thing, they do a wonderful job. I can't knock their performances. The believability factor for me that they're at the moon, I thought was very, very well done. I can't remember the guy's name, but it's some Spanish director that directed this thing, and he did a very good job. I was not disappointed really with anything, except I just don't particularly care for that self video kind of movie. But like I said, that's what makes the world a wonderful place, is that everybody has their own opinion. There's another version of that, but Dave's not going to go there. So now, if you don't know anything about Apollo 18, watch this.
Okay, 18, you are go for landing. We're go for the moon.
Beautiful, isn't it?
This mission will mark the first use of the exterior motion sensor cameras.
I gotta document this. Nate says he never snores in his sleep.
Up on the ridge, 10 o'clock. Found a Soviet helmet and are now following what appear to be tracks made by a possible Soviet cosmonaut.
Why didn't we know about this? DOD has clear signals on both transmitters. Your mission is complete. What the hell was that?
Something else out here.
Something's moving. Inside my suit.
I can't get it out! It's my helmet! What the hell are you doing?
Nate, you'll kill us both!
Houston, this is Liberty. Do you read me?
God! God! Huh? I can't see you! God!
All right, there you go. 2.5 Rabbits. It's definitely worth going to see it in the movie theater with some popcorn. It's worth plunking down your money because I think in a big theater environment, it's going to be a lot of fun, more fun than it was for me here at Rabbit Hole Theaters. So, again, comes out on the 2nd of September 2011, rated PG-13. And if you like paranormal activity, you're going to love this movie.